Hey guys, we're back. We're going to try and break down and further understand why exactly we are in these strange times in the games industry where market leaders are seemingly acquiescing to their competitors for no reason, you would think, and putting their biggest, most recent big game on the competing platform. Why is second or I think third place guys claiming they're doing real good, but then they're firing 9,000 people? What's going on? It all goes back, I believe, to this race to being a $5 trillion company. And I think with that $5 trillion valuation comes a level of control and power. But we're going to hit ourselves with some numbers real quick. Maybe we can figure this out a little bit. So here's Sony's value, 1.47.54 billion. That's the entire of Sony, not just PlayStation. That's all of Sony. It's a pretty nice amount of money, right? But the problem is, in comparison to the quote unquote losing team in this situation, suffice to say, it fails to compare. It is minuscule. And how do you say $1.47 billion is minuscule? Well, Microsoft's worth $3.79 trillion, right? And they're chasing Nvidia. Nvidia is, for many reasons, I think the switch to, and I think they recently secured a contract of some kinds of government contract. They're worth a cool $4.21 trillion themselves. All of this weird stuff that's happening, Sony suddenly publishing games on Xbox, Xbox firing people even though they're doing well, is happening because I believe Sony was very comfortable at one point with the idea that Microsoft was just going to let Xbox sit out there and be its own thing. It would live and die by its own volition, and if it didn't succeed, oh, we'll just close it down and be done with it. Sell off the IPs, whatever. I don't think they expected, obviously, for Microsoft to buy Activision, and then even more so, this is the crazy part, for Microsoft to fully entrench themselves into the Xbox business or the video game business, right? Gaming. Phil Spencer's bio doesn't read head of Xbox anymore. It reads head of Microsoft Gaming. Like, dealing with Xbox is one thing. Dealing with the whole of Microsoft, or at least to whatever extent they're willing to stand behind Xbox, is a whole different thing altogether. Ackman made a video, I believe it came out today, or probably by the time you see this video yesterday, talking about how Xbox as we know it is dead. And he's right. It's not Xbox anymore. It's Microsoft Gaming. These dudes are talking about making a console to let their players have access to all storefronts, basically a PC. Sony can't beat that. I remember making a statement back when they were going through this whole acquisition phase with ABK, and going back and forth to court cases against the FTC. And I said that if they acquire Activision, they're going to be undeniable. And essentially, by making a console that has access to all computer or PC storefronts, they will kind of be that. Now, is Sony porting Helldivers 2 to the Xbox so they can just make money off the guys and gals that's going to just have an Xbox? Or are they really hard up for cash? Like, let's just be serious. No one's buying these new games. Matt Piscatella puts out new charts every week, and every week it's either Call of Duty and Fortnite, or Fortnite and Call of Duty, and then a bunch of sports games. Marvel Rivals, a bunch of free-to-play stuff, Roblox, and Minecraft, which is $30, I think, on average. Goes and sell all the time. Microsoft owns like 3 or 4 of the things that's usually on their list. I think Sony really did get as hard as they were saying they were going to get hit by that acquisition happening. And you know, it was said by Michael Pachter that they were going to completely shift how this industry worked. And a lot of people laugh Pachter off because he's wrong about a lot of stuff, right? But someone's paying him a lot of money to make these guesses or these predictions for a reason. You got too many people on the internet, and I don't claim to know anything about business, right? I'm not pocket watching these companies. I'm just as ignorant about this as you are. So don't take my word as gospel. But I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Because this is by far, in my 45 years on this earth, this is the craziest year of gaming I have ever seen. And I think it's only going to get weirder. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It's been quite interesting the last couple of weeks. The views have been going up. More and more people have been watching the videos. Feel free to leave comments. As long as it doesn't get vitriolic, we're good. We can comment. We don't have to agree about anything. That's not what this forum's for. We're trying to get real knowledge and real understanding about a hobby that we love. And I'm only bringing these numbers and this money into it because it's obviously shifting and affecting why this stuff is happening. Remember, all of this started with a $70 billion acquisition. Again, it's only going to get weirder. But thank you for joining me on this journey. Enjoy your games. Avoid the grift. And we will see you soon with more content. Because this is going to be a wild ride. Later, guys.